We are live. It looks like it. Oh, hang on. Where's the chat? How do I do that? There we go. Alrighty. How you all doing? I think we are. Oh yeah, there's people joined. Wow. Instagram has got a lot of people joining. Literally 34 people in 1 second joined. That's pretty cool. Hello everyone. How you going? I just thought I would say good day, and because I've been doing these live things every week. So thanks for joining us again. Hello, wherever you're from. Stick in the comments where you're from, what countries you're all from, because it was amazing last time. We had literally people from like all over the globe. It was pretty cool. And yeah, so thanks for being here. Hey Kathy, how you doing? I got people from Brazil. Heck yeah, lots of people from Brazil on Instagram. That's pretty cool. It's more Japanese people. I've never been to Japan or Brazil. We're gonna have to go, honey. Courtney's over there as well. She's of course. More from Brazil, New York. I like New York. It's a bit hectic, but I like it. Canada, North Carolina, Greece. I've been talking to people about going to Greece later this year. We're working on it. We got people on Facebook from Spain, Barry from Kentucky on YouTube, Nelson, New Zealand. That's a beautiful part of New Zealand. I like Nelson. I've been there before. That's a great part of New Zealand. Anyway, I just wanted to say hello. So thanks for joining us. I have a new song coming out on Friday the 14th. So if you're on Facebook and YouTube, you'll be able to see there's a QR code to go and pre-save it. If you're on Instagram, honey, can you put in the comments what the link is? Is that possible?
I can't see where it is on Instagram. Because on yours, it doesn't come up as a thing. Because I'm in your...
Oh, yeah. You are me.
Yeah.
Okay, well, basically... Yeah. Actually, okay. So we're going to try and figure out how to send you the link to my new song. And I'm very excited about it. I recorded it at Abbey Road. And this is the last song from my Abbey Road album. And so I thought I'd share a little bit about what it was like to record there as well. I thought I'd just play it for you first because I appreciate your being here. So it's called Stuck With You. And it's about... it's a song I was going to use to propose to Courtney, but she beat me to it and she proposed first. So I just turned it into a song to celebrate our wedding instead. So here we go. Reflected on your face. Look at where we've come from. Look how we move space. Days roll like the tide, and I'm locked in your embrace. And as the earth fills the airspace, we're grounded. Now we've found our place. There's been so many times I should have asked for your hand, but I couldn't speak like the thunder. My voice just was grand. With quiet power like the sage you burn, every day dawns with the truth. If the whole world stops, I wanna be stuck with you. Oh, stuck with you. I wanna be stuck with you. Surround us, not a thing would I undo. And darkness creeps within you as the handle always reach to. In the gently dawning morning, your There's been so many times I should have asked for your hand, so I better speak like the thunder. My voice might be as grand to you as I burn like the sage you burn every day. Dawns with the truth. My whole world would stop the moment you say I do. Baby, say I do. Would you say I do? Cause if the whole world stops, I wanna be stuck with you. Cause you are my home. Wherever you are, is where I go home. We both jump, then we both fall. I said I wanna be stuck with you. Cause you are my home. Wherever you are, is where I go home. We both jump, then we both fall. I said I wanna be stuck with you. I said I wanna be stuck with you. Oh, stuck with you. If the whole world stops, I wanna be stuck with. I said I wanna be stuck with you. Cause you are my home. Wherever you are, is where I go home. We both jump, then we both fall. I said I wanna be stuck with you. Cause you are my home. Wherever you are, is where I go home. We both jump, then we both fall. I said I wanna be stuck with you. Oh, stuck with you. I said I wanna be stuck with you. If the whole world stops, I wanna be stuck with you. So yeah, there you go. That's stuck with you. So Steve on Facebook has put the QR code in for me. Thanks, Steve. So, I mean, not the QR code, the link to pre-save it. Thanks very much, Steve. It's that's on Facebook.
Where's the link for here?
Well, you won't be able to see it because you're on Instagram, aren't you?
Yeah, but how do I put it?
You don't know.
I don't know what the link is.
Oh. All right. Connie doesn't even know where the link is. You're fired. I will. If you want the link, send me a DM and I'll send it to you. How about that? And I'll make sure you can all see it. But yeah, I recorded that song at Abbey Road, which was pretty cool. It was also very daunting because, you know, like I was singing into the same microphone as like Ella Fitzgerald and Amy Winehouse and the same room as where Pink Floyd did Dark Side of the Moon and all that sort of thing. And so it was cool, but it was also like, ooh, can't stuff this up, can I? Gotta get it kind of right. And the whole album I did in 2 days. So I played guitar for 8 hours the first day of guitar playing, and I played through so we set up the studio with the microphones and all that sort of stuff, and that took a couple of hours. And then I probably played guitar for 6 hours, and I go through, we'd play the song once, maybe twice, literally from start to finish. And then I'd come into the studio, the control room, and have a listen through, and if it was good, then it was like, all right, next. And if I stuffed up anything, Courtney knows whenever I stuff up, she's like, everyone would look at Courtney because they had like my manager at the time and a few other people in the room as well. So, you know, extra pressure. And I want to look at Courtney and be like, did she nail that? And Courtney would be like, nah, she's got to do it again. So, and it was literally like one note that Courtney knew would just bug me. So, yeah. So it was pretty cool. And then the next day I did 10 hours of singing and I was very sick as well. I think I had COVID because the first day the engineer, he came in, but it didn't show up the second day. And then we got there and we're like, oh, where's old mate? And it turns out he had COVID. And it was just, you know,
honey tea the whole time.
I was drinking honey tea the whole time, trying to keep my voice working. But we got there. And so, yeah, I recorded that one at Abbey Road and then I mixed it and mastered it here in my bus. So in the back there, I've got some speakers and I have like a setup. It's mostly all in the computer these days. I used to have a full console here in the bus and that was pretty fun. We did some interesting events with that sort of stuff. But nowadays we have a bed in the back instead because life is important too. So I just kind of mix on the road. Sorry?
You're now recording your kitchen.
Yeah, and I recorded in my kitchen. So the next album I got coming out, the next song after this is fully going to be made from start to finish in the bus by me. And some of it has like the chickens in the background and Diego meowing because she was hungry. So I just kind of left them in there because I thought it was funny. So I'm excited for that too. So yeah. Do I have any video footage of the recording in Abbey Road? I do. I've got some on Patreon. Courtney's saying I'm gonna share some more this week. Into where? Patreon or on social media?
Yeah, little snippet teasers and socials.
Yeah, okay. So, all right. I feel like you should answer these questions, darling. So yes, I do have some footage. I have more in-depth stuff on my Patreon. So if you go to my website and head to Patreon, you'll find it there. But I will put up some more in the next couple of days, just little bits of that sort of thing too. And what DAW am I using? Logic. I was using Universal Audio's Luna for a long time, but I've gone back to Logic because I just felt in the editing process I can kind of do more finer details, if that makes sense. So I've kind of, and it's like more intuitive, I think, for like adding electronic-y stuff in. So I use Logic a fair bit now, which is fun. I like Logic. It's what I started on, so it's kind of good to go back to that. Yeah. Is there anything else? Is there any questions about Abbey Road or like anything in particular? I'm going to scroll through these comments.
Well, the bridge part of the song you took inspiration from.
Yeah. So the bridge part, of that song where it's kind of all just instrumental. So I wrote the song for Courtney, and Courtney loves John Butler, who's an Australian singer-songwriter, guitarist. And so he does a lot of drumming and that sort of thing on his guitar too. So I kind of wrote it so that it had that sort of vibe to it and tried to take inspiration from him because one of Courtney's favorite songs in the whole world is Ocean by John Butler. So I tried to, and that's a fully instrumental song. So I had to have some instrumental guitar in it. Otherwise, it wouldn't be cool enough. I mean, it would have been fine, but I wanted to because I knew she loved that song. So yeah, so that's kind of the big inspiration behind the and the weird drumming rhythms and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, and Barry says hi, Courtney.
Hi, Barry.
I don't know if you heard that, but Court said hi. Oh, by the way, Courtney started writing a book. Am I allowed to tell people? I told people. Too late. Courtney's writing a book on van life and what it's like to be on the road especially it's kind of, I mean, not entirely as women. It's kind of a general book, but it does talk about some things about,
An animal.
yeah, traveling as women in a vehicle and living life on the road with a dog. And so it's pretty cool. So stay tuned for that. I'm excited for that. It's got some good recipes in there too, by the way.
Who's your inspiration guitarist?
My guitar inspiration, probably Tommy Emmanuel is a big one. I've always been a big fan of Tommy Emmanuel. He's another Australian who's been around for a long, long, long time.
He won a Grammy not this year, last year.
He won a Grammy, a couple of years ago, which is pretty cool. He's really, really awesome. And then I went through a big jazz stage because I studied jazz guitar at the conservatorium. So I like dudes like Pat Metheny. I was really into him. And then Joe Pass and like really old school jazz guitar people. And that's kind of been a big influence too, because I like using, like, that's a, not like you could, you could play a normal minor chord, but you could also play a minor 9, and that sounds funky, and then add in like extra colored notes and stuff. So I always try to add in like 9s or 11s whenever I can, because just to have that color. Courtney's looking at me like, you're going nerdy now. Yes, I am. I like that part of music. Steve said, I trained at Abbey Road a long time ago. What was the most awe-inspiring part of the building?
The walkways with all the photos.
Probably the corridors, because like,
share any content,
and you're not allowed to share any content at all online, because it's all like unreleased photos of people that have been through there, and it's all like, it's not publicly available photographic content. So it's all just literally like, you're only going to see those photos on the wall in Abbey Road, and that's pretty crazy. So yeah, and the gear, like they've just got like tape machines just like sitting on the wall everywhere, and they're all like, I don't even know how much money is just sitting along the walkways. It's crazy.
And they have to get a letter from the Queen to get like, or the King.
Do you want to say hi and talk?
No.
Courtney's camera shy. But they've got the King's microphones from the movie The King's Speech, like the actual real life microphone. They used it in that movie, but they've got it in a vault underground under Abbey Road. And so there's like, I don't even know what they've got down there, but like they've got stuff that'd be worth like so much money. And little parts of history. Like, it's not just a recording studio, it's like a piece of history, and it's very, very cool. So yeah, I was very, very honored to be in there. And the guy, the recording engineer that we worked with was Lewis Jones, and he does, if you like Marvel movies or pretty much any of the big movies nowadays. Oh, Chino's found a phone. Chino, Inside Voices. We're live on everywhere. So yeah, the guy, he does all of the sound design for all of the big movies that you probably all watch. So he's very good at what he does. So that was very cool too. And as for, someone said, are we going back to wait, hang on a second. Kathy said Lilith Fair roster. What's Lilith Fair? Is that a festival? Because if so, I'm going to look that up. And will I do an online course one day, Mihoko? Yes, I'm working on it. I'm writing some books, so I've got some ebooks coming. The first one will hopefully be done this week, and then I've started my second one, and I'm going to do stuff also about recording at home, because like, you can record at huge expensive studios like Abbey Road, but you don't also have to. Like, there's so much technology available to all of us now that doesn't cost too much money, that you can actually do some very high quality stuff at home. You just got to know how, and you got to know how to use the gear you've got and what gear to buy and how to set up your room. So that's kind of what I'm doing for my whole next bunch of music. After this song, every song you hear coming out this year is going to be recorded, mixed and mastered by me in a bus. So if I can do it in a bus, you can totally do it at home in a house. Like, it's way easier in an actual house. So I'm going to write a book on that, because I think it's important, because a lot of people think it's like, things have to be a certain way, but they don't have to. You know, music is music.
Billie Eilish recorded in a room.
Yeah, like Billie Eilish recorded in a room and won Grammys for it. So like, you can do it. You just got to know how. So I think that's very empowering for all us musicians who are like, oh my God, we have to spend like $50,000 to record this like 30-second song. Like, you don't. So yeah, that's my next project, to try and share some of that. And oh, hang on. Tell us a bit about my loop station and how I use it live. That was Steve on Facebook. So I have the Sheeran Looper X loop pedal. That's well said. And so I should do a video on that to explain it. So because I've got the acoustic input, the electric guitar, the humbucker thing, and then I've got my stomp, that like doof doof sound. They all go into my looper separately and get EQ'd separately, and then come out separate to front of house. And they've got the effects. So I literally, the only pedal I have on stage is my loop pedal now. I used to have like effects pedals and distortion, and I had like overdrive, distortion, I had other things, and my little RC30. But now I just literally use the Sheeran Looper X, and it's amazing because like I just walk on and I just plug in and send it to front of house, and it's all like the software in the loop pedal is kind of like it's its own mixing console, sort of. So that's pretty groovy. And I guess that makes it very simple to play to both small rooms and big ones, because it's all just pre-done, and like you can plug it in, and the settings are like I can have in-ears, like it's literally like I could play to a stadium with this one looper. Like it's what Ed Sheeran does. And I am very, very glad that I found that, because it's the only loop pedal that I found that I can do what I need to do with my guitar setup. So for anyone who doesn't know, this is my signature series guitar, and I've modified it so it's kind of like 2 guitars and drum kit in one. So that makes things complicated just a little when you try to plug in, just a tiny bit, because and some sound guys get pissed off because it's like, why don't you just play guitar? It's like, well, I could, but no, I don't want it. So yeah. So, but someone on Instagram wants to sing a song. Sure, you can sing a song. I don't know how to put it onto the live though. But I'll do a video on the looping thing, as well. And I was thinking about, people have said maybe I should write an ebook on that too, but I don't know how to put it into words yet. Like I don't know what to say exactly, because I just do it, and you just do stuff.
Ask some questions about what you'd like to know about.
Yeah, actually, if you have questions about what you'd like to know from me about looping or anything in particular, let me know, and I will endeavor to put it into a format that is not just floating around in my brain, because there's a lot of stuff that floats around in my brain, and some of it's not always constructive. So I hope that answers your question a little. Probably doesn't, but I'll do a video. And
you got people from Canary Islands and Chile.
Canary Islands
and Chile?
Ah, cool. I went to hear you play. Rick, I did. I played the whole song. Should have been here earlier, mate. Watch the live again after this ends. I actually have to head off very soon. But I am back here every week, same time, and we're going to start cooking dinner. We're going to go live. We're going to go, Courtney and I are going to go live and cook dinner, because why not? I just figure it's just another way to hang out, and we can show you our bus, and we can answer bus questions, because we get those too, and Chino will be in it probably. And so we just thought we'll just have dinner dates with you guys. So stay tuned for that. And someone said, Michael said, I remind him of a combination of Jewel and Ed Sheeran. That is
that's nice.
Very lovely. I'll 100% take that. Thank you.
Let them know.
Yeah, tell them that I should open for them. Send them an email and just be like, hey, I know this chick. So yeah, thank you. But yeah, Montreal Jazz Festival. Ryan on Instagram said go and play there. I would love to. I've never been to that jazz festival, but that would be very cool. And Steve, I'm coming to Europe this year. We're working on it. It's tricky, but also if anyone wants to host me at their house and do a house concert, I'm opening up more space to do that sort of thing for more intimate shows. So send me a message and we can chat about it. Because I've got a few. I'm playing on a boat in Denmark, and I'm playing way up the top of what's it called, the Netherlands, at a house in a backyard there. And then I'm doing a couple of others across the UK as well that we're working on. And I'm trying to get some in France, trying to get some shows across Germany, and we're working on a whole bunch of things. So if you want me to come play at my house, Barry said he'll cook. Thanks, Barry.
We can have a cook-off.
We could have a cook-off, yeah. Courtney's a great cook too. And I'm a sous chef. That's my job. I'm a shit cook, but I chop things. And yeah, so if you want me to come play, send me a message and I will, see what we can sort out. But in the meantime, stay tuned because I'm going to go live one night this week. We're going to start making it a thing where we just like cook dinner with you guys. So if you want to just jump on and hang out in the bus with us, we'll be around. And yeah, I think we're probably going to head off because we're going to, we're going on, because it's our Sunday today. So it's our day off when we do this, but I'm going to head off with Courtney. We're going to go do some wine tasting because we're in the Hunter Valley in Australia, because I've got a show in Sydney next week. If anyone's in Sydney, go to my website and get some tickets and I'll see you there. And yeah, we're going to go taste some wine. And I'm excited for that. So I hope you all have an amazing day, wherever you are, whatever you're up to. Thanks for tuning in. And don't forget, go to your streaming platform of choice and check out Stuck With You. If you want me to send you the link, send me a DM and I will send it to you in a chat so you can find the song. And I really appreciate your support. And also I have a new music video coming out on Friday too on YouTube. So I'm going to somehow probably go live on YouTube with that, do a premiere. I'm just pulling things out of my head, but it's going to happen. So thanks for joining us, everyone. And I'll see you next weekend, probably before that, actually. And yeah, take care wherever you're up to and have a great weekend. And I'll see you soon. All right. Bye. Thanks for joining. Hang on. Now I don't know.